Good morning and welcome to the 9th Annual Champions of Healthcare Awards presented by the Manatee Chamber of Commerce. We are thrilled that many of you are having a difficult time finding your seats because this room is so full. My name is Jackie Dzelski, the President and CEO here at the Manatee Chamber of Commerce. And again, we are so grateful for your support of the amazing people and programs and institutions and nonprofits and agencies and work that is being done in our healthcare community to shore up, protect, and nurture one of the most important things to any of us, which is the health of ourselves and those that we love. So welcome. Our first order of business today will be for me to ask you to stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. You may be seated. And as you're doing so, if you don't mind silencing your mobile devices, do not turn them off because I have a feeling you're going to have many photo ops this morning. So we definitely want you taking pictures and posting the great news about all of our nominees, finalists, and winners today, but we'd prefer for them not to ring. As we move on with the program, I have a very special set of recognitions, and we will start first with recognizing this year's Manatee Chamber of Commerce Chairman of the Board, Jeff Podobnik with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Thank you so much, Jeff, for joining us. We have several past chairmen of the board with us today as well, and we certainly thank you for your support and ongoing commitment to the chamber. We have a number of elected officials with us. I hope I grabbed an opportunity to note everyone, but I will read the list of those whom we expected. From the Manatee County Commission, Commissioner Amanda Ballard. From the City of Bradenton, Mayor Jean Brown, Councilwoman Mary Ann Barnaby, Councilwoman Pam Coachman, Councilwoman Jane Coker, and Councilwoman Lisa Gonzalez-Moore. And from Congressman Vern Buchanan's office, Susanna Morrison. And the Congressman has also offered a letter of commendation for our award nominees this morning. You will see many people walking around with lots of ribbons. Many of you have those ribbons on your name tags. Some of you look like generals this morning. So I just want to thank you all. Those are recognizing our sponsors, our nominees, our finalists, our past winners, and our Chairman's Circle investors at the Chamber. So thank you all so much for your support. At this time, not everyone typically participates, but I do have a very special request. Most importantly today is a celebration of everyone and every institution that was nominated for the Champions of Healthcare Awards. And while unfortunately not everyone can win every year, it is the community's respect and admiration of all that our nominees do that are at the heart of these awards. And so there were 57 nominations this year. They have ribbons, they're listed in your program, but at this time I would love to ask every organization and individual who was nominated for the 9th Annual Champions of Healthcare Awards to please stand and let us give you a rousing round of applause. I hope you all will find opportunities, not just this morning, but in the future, to share your thanks with all of these nominees. We also have a number of past winners with us this morning. They too have special ribbons. And so I would ask that if you are a past winner, a past honoree of the Champions of Healthcare Awards, would you too stand now to be recognized? Thank you so much. We had a number of organizations that stepped forward, and most of them not just this year, but every year to financially support this awards program and allow us to put on an event of this caliber for the entire community. I want to give special recognition and thanks to our presenting sponsor, who has been on board as our presenting sponsor since the very first year of the Champions of Healthcare Awards, Regions Bank, and you'll hear more from Regions later, but thank you so much. Our scholarship sponsor, who supports our Youth Volunteer Award, again from the beginning, Florida Blue. Our program sponsors, the Bank of Tampa, HCA Florida Blake Hospital, Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, MCR Health, Empath Tidewell Hospice, and our corporate sponsors, All Trust Insurance, Blaylock Walters, Manatee Memorial Hospital, Suncoast Behavioral Health Center, our AV sponsors, and the organization that is everywhere in the community anytime there's an event, Manatee Educational Television. You all know them well, Charles and Chris and the amazing team. Our printing sponsor, Minuteman Press of Bradenton. Our table sponsors are listed on page 16 of your program, so you're welcome to take a look at those. And then you all notice, some of you have already put them on the floor, we have amazing goodie bags. Our sponsors of this year's awards have given you lots of things in that bag, so be sure you take that with you. We don't want to take them back to the office, but thank you to all of the companies that participated and supplied something for you this morning to take home in the goodie bag. And then finally, I'd like to thank a very special set of investors in the Chamber who invest well beyond their annual dues investment to support the mission and programming of the Chamber. You'll see them up on screen as well as in your program. They are Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory, Carr, Riggs & Ingram, the City of Bradenton, IMG Academy, Manatee County Government, Manatee Memorial Hospital, MCR Health, All Care Options, the Mosaic Company, NDC Construction Company, NDC Commercial Real Estate, the Pittsburgh Pirates and Bradenton Marauders, Raymond James Wealth Management, Bruce Body, Seaport Manatee, the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport, and South State Bank. So how about a round of applause for all of our sponsors and investors? And of course, I want to thank the phenomenal Chamber staff team, without whom none of this would be possible either. So thank you so much to our Chamber team, particularly Tara Polton. Many of you know Tara has been our Vice President of Public Policy and Workforce Partnerships for several years and a Chamber member and board member prior to that. We will be losing Tara next week. You all likely saw the news report. She is going to Congressman Vern Buchanan's office, so lucky us, we will still get to work with her on all of our federal advocacy issues. But Tara, thank you so much, the entire Chamber staff team, for tremendous efforts in pulling off today's event and all the work that we undertake. You know, as I mentioned at the start, it is great to see this room once again packed with people who care about making a difference in the health of our community, and those of you who are directly contributing to that as well. And we want to thank each and every one of you. Again, it's our 9th year of presenting these awards, and we think it is so important to continue this recognition. We owe a great deal of thanks to those of you who serve on the Chamber's Healthcare Committee as well. You'll see their names listed on page 18 in the program. If you're interested in joining the Chamber's Healthcare Committee, it's a very important advisory group to the Chamber's Board of Directors as we seek to be subject matter experts on the ways that healthcare impact not just the economics and workforce of our community, but our quality of life as well, to align with the Chamber's mission. And we all know that a strong, vibrant community needs a healthy community as well. You support an extraordinarily large workforce, and you are a major economic driver in our community. Congratulations to all of the nominees and finalists, and of course, the winners who we will be announcing here shortly. Before our great partners here at the Grove serve a delicious breakfast and we break for just a few minutes, I would like to invite Dr. Melvin Price with MCR Health and All Care Options to join me at the podium, and he will deliver this morning's invocation.
Thank you, Ms. Jackie. If you could please join me by bowing your heads. Lord, this morning we give thanks for the abundance that makes this celebration possible, the abundance of generosity, service, knowledge, compassion, and resources entrusted to all of us to care for one another. We give thanks for the unique talents and gifts bestowed upon each of us. May we use them in ways that promote healing, well-being, and peace in our world. We pray for the protectors, the comforters, healers, and champions in our community who touch the lives of patients and families, often at their time of greatest need. We ask for your blessings on this event and all of us in attendance. May we use your influence and example in ways that strengthen and inspire others to service. Now, please bless this meal and the fellowship we will share while enjoying it. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Price. And we will now break for a few moments for your breakfast to be served, and we'll see you back up here in just a few. For those of you who have attended the Champions of Healthcare Awards in the past, you know that as part of their amazing support of this event, Regions Bank always does something a little bit fun for us in the morning, which is they would like to give away one of their extremely valuable, in fact, I would say priceless, Green Regions bikes. And so many of you dropped a card or filled out a form to be able to be considered. So I am going to introduce and invite up Doris Davila. Doris is the Vice President and Commercial Relationship Manager for Regions Bank. Please give Doris a round of applause, and we are going to draw for the green bike.
Good morning, everyone. It's a green single-speed beach cruiser, so good luck. Anyone else want to put their name in here or their business card?
Okay. No, that's it.
Blake McFerrin.
All right, Blake, this is the Champions of Healthcare Awards. So the bike also comes with a Green Regions bike helmet, of course. And Blake, we're expecting you to be out in the porte-cochere at about 9:25, showing us how that bike works. So congratulations. I hope you drove a truck. So now I am going to depart the stage as I bring up Matt Lapointe. Matt is a partner at Blaylock Walters Law Firm and chairman of the Manatee Chamber's Healthcare Committee. And Matt is going to MC the awards portion of our program. So he has the most exciting job this morning in recognizing our finalists and announcing winners. So enjoy the rest of the program in the good hands of Matt Lapointe.
Thanks, Jackie. I really do have the best job handing out these awards. It's so much fun. So good morning. Please continue to enjoy your breakfast while we move along with the awards program. It was a great breakfast. I'd like to thank the servers and our chefs and kitchen staff here at the Grove for an excellent breakfast. Thank you very much. A delicious way to start our day. I joined the chamber in 2017 when I moved down here to Bradenton. And I got to tell you, we read about and we hear about the chamber winning all sorts of awards. It's because it's the best chamber there is. All of you have participated in different chamber events. You know how great it is to make these kinds of connections that only the chamber can provide. And so I'm very thankful to our chamber staff, to Jackie, to Tara, for putting this event together. And how about a round of applause for the chamber staff? As Jackie shared earlier, we were pleased to receive almost 60 nominations for this year's awards. As you might imagine, it was a difficult task to select the finalists and the winners from among all those great nominees. Every nominee is a winner. Each of you contributes to the quality of healthcare in Manatee County and to the quality of life that we all cherish. This year, we had 5 generous individuals who had the difficult job of selecting our finalists and winners. I know, because I was one of them. It was a challenge. I would not be surprised if these nominees and finalists are nominated again for the amazing work they do in our community. We have had people nominated more than once, and they deserve it. So I'd like to recognize the judges who helped select these winners. I think they are all here. If you would please stand when I call your name and hold your applause till the end. Rob Casio from Manatee Memorial Hospital, Shauna Francis from HCA Florida Blake Hospital, Melissa Larkin Skinner from Centerstone, Dr. Jonathan Mullis, would you stand as I call your names? Dr. Jonathan Mullis, Physical Therapy Doctors of Florida, Valerie Vale, Manatee County Medical Society, and myself. So thank you, judges. The judges had a stack about this high of nominees to read through, and we did have some good debates in our panel, but we did not trade any blows. It was good. We have another group of people in the audience we'd like to recognize. It's a large group here this morning. Basically, we'd like to recognize everyone who works directly within our healthcare sector. Your impact comes together to influence two of the most important aspects of our lives, our individual health and our communities' collective health. While your businesses, your agencies, nonprofit organizations, your philanthropy are diverse, you and your colleagues here in our community and across the globe have a lot in common. While we're honoring a number of award nominees, finalists, and winners this morning, we have not and will not lose sight of the fact that you all are champions. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Well, the time we've all been waiting for, I'm going to introduce the 22 people, programs, and institutions that were selected as finalists this year out of the 57 nominations. I ask that each of these 22 people please stand and remain standing to be recognized. In the adult volunteer category, the finalists are Susan Harrigan with My Best Friends 941 and Carlene Rowland with Manatee Memorial Hospital. In the innovation and research category, I have Dr. Robert Ferguson, HCA Florida Thoracic Surgery, and Dr. Tracy Gappen of the Gappen Institute. In the institution and program category, Lighthouse Vision Loss Education Center, REACH Student Programs, part of the Gulf Coast South Area Health Education Center, and Suncoast Blood Centers. In the Allied Health Professional category, Linda Chamberlain, Manatee Technical College, Derek Whitecotton, Lakewood Ranch Medical Center, Charles Whitfield of Centerstone. In the nurse category, Lisa Endick of Trilogy Home Health, Tony Enger, HCA Florida Blake Hospital, and Amy Kimball, Manatee Memorial Hospital. In the physician and dentist category, Dr. Joshua Malley of the Eye Associates, Dr. Teresa Raw, True Partners, Dr. Jeffrey Rothfeld, Bradenton Cardiology, and Dr. Charles Tomio of Tomio and Rose. In the individual of merit category, Larry Liu, recently retired from Manatee County EMS, Dr. Melvin Price, MCR Health and All Care Options, Dr. Paul Runge, Sarasota Memorial Health System. In our final two categories, we've already announced the winners. You'll hear more about them in a few minutes, but Please allow them to stand along with these other finalists. In our youth volunteer category, Gabriela Cortez Alban. Gabriela. And our Lifetime Achievement honoree, Dr. Bill Colgate with MCR Health. Please join me giving all of these finalists a rounding cheer. Good, thank you very much. Okay, so let's get to it. We'll announce the winners in the first several categories. After each winner is announced and they make their way up to the stage, we'll share a video that highlights some of the accomplishments and the impact that these champions are having here in our community. We hope that each of our award winners will share a few words with us this morning as they come to accept their award. So in our first category, the adult volunteer category, this recognizes individuals in our community who volunteer for the betterment of the health of our community. I'm pleased to announce Susan Harrigan with My Breast Friends 941, our 2023 adult volunteer winner.
I would like to extend a warm congratulations to all the nominees, and a very special congratulations to Susan Harrigan. I am delighted to see you receive this well-deserved and esteemed award. Your journey as a cancer survivor and the impact you've made for countless breast cancer patients and survivors as the founder of My Breast Friends 941 truly exemplifies what it means to be a champion of healthcare. I joined the community as a breast surgical oncologist in 2021, and it didn't take long for me to hear about the amazing work that Susan Harrigan was doing. After meeting Susan, she shared with me her inspiring journey through breast cancer treatment and survivorship. I remember her saying that during her fight against cancer, she depended on the expertise and support of her doctors. When she was declared cancer-free and the appointments with her doctors slowed down, she felt that she had lost an important part of her support system. She began to recognize that there was a lack of emotional support and resources available for women undergoing cancer treatment and recovery. Now, we have all heard the quote, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." And no one embodies this call to action more than Susan. Motivated by her personal experience, Susan established My Breast Friends 941 in 2019. This organization serves as a beacon of hope, offering guidance, friendship, and invaluable resources to breast cancer patients and survivors. Unlike other nonprofit agencies that may take weeks or months to respond to patients in need, Susan makes herself available to provide help to patients on the spot. She has helped many of my personal patients receive care or resources that would not have otherwise been available to them. My Breast Friends 941 has become an essential asset to our community, providing peer support groups, transportation assistance, house cleaning services, and wellness programs such as yoga, nutritional counseling, and even meditation. Most importantly, they offer breast cancer patients and survivors the emotional support and camaraderie that so many desperately seek. Susan, I am proud to call you a friend. To know you is to love you. You are truly a champion of healthcare.
Okay, I don't know how to follow that. I just want to say thank you. And when I learned I was nominated, I was just, couldn't believe it. I was over the top. And I founded My Breast Friends after fighting my own battle with breast cancer. And throughout treatment, I saw women who had to struggle to find a ride to treatment. I saw women who had to bring their kids to treatment. And I saw women go into treatment alone. So I thought to myself, we have to do better. And when you get cancer, it's the most terrifying fight to fight. It changes your perspective on life, and it makes you rethink what's really important to you. Through my fight, I found out that quality time with my family and friends is what was important. And I want to make sure that I'm a friend to everyone that needs me. The women that My Breast Friends 941 have served started out as strangers, turned into friends, and eventually family. And I'll continue to fight until breast cancer is cured. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Our next category is innovation and research. This category seeks to recognize a person, program, or organization whose work within their field has resulted in a breakthrough or a major development in medical or health sciences. So in the innovation and research category, please help me congratulating Dr. Robert Ferguson with HCA Florida Thoracic Surgery. We have a video to share. Tricia McKay Powers with HCA Florida Blake Hospital will tell us more about Dr. Ferguson.
Congratulations, Dr. Ferguson. You and your team have earned this award by bringing groundbreaking advancements in lung cancer treatment to our community. For those of you who have not yet met Dr. Ferguson, he is the Director of Thoracic Surgery and Lung Cancer for the HCA South Market and is the Medical Director of Oncology at HCA Florida Blake Hospital. He moved to Manatee County in October 2021 and was the first physician to use the Ion endoluminal system in Manatee and Sarasota counties. The Ion system condenses the timeline for the diagnosis and treatment of lung cancer, the deadliest form of cancer in the U.S. With this technology, he is able to obtain tissue samples from deep within the peripherals of the lung that were previously inaccessible. If the tissue is determined to be early-stage cancer, the surgical team begins a second robotic procedure using the Da Vinci Xi surgical system to remove the lung cancer. In short, the process used by Dr. Ferguson allows a patient to go under anesthesia, not knowing if they have cancer, and wake up cancer-free. Before this technology, patients would have to wait up to 3 months from the time a mass was discovered before receiving a diagnosis. This process wastes valuable time and is emotionally difficult for a patient and their family. Now, a patient can have their cancerous tissue removed immediately and only need to spend a single night in the hospital to recover, not the 7 to 10 days it used to take before going home. Dr. Ferguson is an innovative and talented leader in the medical field, and we are proud to have him at Blake Hospital. His advancements in lung cancer treatment are saving lives in Bradenton every single day. Thank you, Dr. Ferguson.
Hard to follow those kind words, but thank you, Tricia. My family and I moved to this community 18, 20 months ago. We feel very welcomed. Everybody here has been very nice and accommodating to us. We've made a lot of advancements, as she mentioned, but the fight against lung cancer, especially in Florida, we're lagging a little bit behind as far as screening and our treatments and the use of this technology. Also, we are bringing in newer technologies, including artificial intelligence and other things to increase our screening efforts in the fight against lung cancer. And so the next couple of years are going to be very exciting and very innovative for Manatee County. And we are going to be able to help treat people both here in Manatee County, the surrounding counties, keep people from having to travel further away to big cities, and a lot of new and exciting things on the horizon. So we thank you all very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ferguson. Our next category is the institution and program category, designed to recognize the impact of a facility, a business, a nonprofit, a school, a government agency, or a program within an institution for its impact on healthcare in our community. Please help me today in honoring REACH Student Programs as our 2023 Champions of Healthcare winner. We asked Board Chair Christine Coviello to share how the program is making an impact in our community. Let's watch the video.
Hello, my name is Chris Coviello, and I'm the Chief Advancement Officer for Center Place Health. I also have the distinct honor of being the Board Chair for Gulf Coast South Area Health Education Center. I want to congratulate Ansley Moore and her team, especially Joan Dixon, who leads the REACH program, for the work they do to educate and train students for careers in the healthcare field through the REACH program. REACH stands for Recruitment and Educational Assistance for Careers in Health. It includes 6 programs designed to inspire students to choose a career in the healthcare industry. Each program enables students to learn from health professionals, increases their healthcare knowledge, and motivates them to develop effective short and long-term educational and career plans. The REACH program impacts the lives of over 500 local students annually. Through REACH health career presentations, career chats with healthcare professionals, and health career summer camps, students are educated about the multitude of career options available in the healthcare field. Many of these are offered both in person and virtually. The REACH HOSA Future Health Professionals partnerships enable students to participate in regional, state, and international competitions. The REACH Internship and Scholars Program provides hands-on training to students at both the high school and college level. Across the United States, there's an acute shortage of health professionals. Therefore, it is imperative that we work to recruit students for careers in the primary care health fields. On behalf of our board of directors, I want to congratulate the team for the work they do to engage and train students. I also want to thank the Manatee Chamber of Commerce for recognizing our team at Gulf Coast South AHEC for being champions in healthcare. The inspirational work they do is giving birth to our next generation of healthcare champions.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ansley Moore, and I'm the proud CEO of Gulf Coast South Area Health Education Center. We're so happy to be here. We're honored for this recognition for our REACH student programs. And having just celebrated our 28th anniversary, we're ecstatic to receive this award for our longest standing program. So I want to extend our sincere appreciation to the Manatee Chamber of Commerce for organizing this exciting and impactful event. I would also like to thank our board of directors, past and present, our GSAHEC Dream Team, which are all here today, and our partners who help us grow these future health professionals. And last but not least are those students, that is motivated students that take advantage of what we have to offer. So bring them on. We have more to share. Next, I'd like to hand it over to Joan Dixon, who designs and leads our REACH student programs. Thank you very much.
Do you remember when you were little and people would ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? And we would come up with all sorts of answers. I know personally I wanted to train the dolphins at SeaWorld, or I wanted to be a princess. I have given up on the underwater creatures, but I'm still holding out hope for royalty. So fingers crossed. Career exploration is very important as part of the educational process for our students. And through our career chat videos, the career camps, our partnerships with HOSA, our partnerships in the community, for example, with Healthy Teens and the hospitals, our internship programs, our scholars programs, we do a lot of exploration with students. Over 300 different health careers that are available to them and all the different educational paths that they can take. I was doing some studying up on the critical shortage we have right now. Over 17% need for all healthcare professionals. A shortage of over 100,000 physicians. Critical shortage of over 450,000 nurses. We need to recruit more students into health careers. So the next time you're having your conversations with your students or your children, your grandchildren, and you're asking them what they want to be when they grow up, make sure you're putting in a plug for nurses and physicians and pharmacists and dentists and therapists, and you can send them to your good friends at Gulf Coast South AHEC, because we can help them out, help them make that career path, because somebody's going to have to be able to take care of me when I'm an old princess. Okay? Thank you all very much. Thank you, Nancy.
Our next category is the Allied Health Professional category. This category seeks to recognize all of those professionals whose work is critical to the overall workings of our healthcare system. This includes PAs, educators, administrators, PTs, OTs, EMTs, mental health, behavioral health, other allied health professionals. Again, this was a category with lots of nominees, and the judges had a difficult time. But this morning, we would like to recognize Charles Whitfield with Centerstone as our 2023 Champions of Healthcare winner. Let's hear more about Charles from Centerstone's CEO, Melissa Larkin Skinner.
Collaborative, remarkable, committed, trusted, selfless, and visionary. When I think about Charles Whitfield, all of these characteristics and many more come to mind. I am thrilled and honored to be introducing him today as a champion of healthcare in Manatee County. Charles was born and raised in Manatee County. He was a multi-sport star athlete in high school, and after going away to college at Temple University, he came home around 15 years ago. I interviewed and hired him for a fabulous program that prevented children from being removed from their homes. Charles currently serves as the Vice President of Community Care at Centerstone, but his impact reaches far beyond his job description. His work has resulted in the creation of Centerstone's first certified community behavioral health clinic and the expansion of our very important trauma services department, both of which mean expanded care and capacity for those in need of mental health and substance use services in our community. 10 years ago, Charles expanded the Crisis Intervention Team, or CIT, training so that local law enforcement officers and first responders have the tools they need to identify and respond to people who are experiencing a mental health crisis. Programs like CIT save lives, reduce arrests, stabilize people with mental health conditions, create safer environments for law enforcement, and reduce stigma often associated with mental health issues. The CIT program has grown from a once-a-year training with minimal participation when I ran it to quarterly trainings that now educate hundreds of officers and first responders every year under Charles's leadership. Charles's greatest legacy will be the positive impact he has as a leader in his fraternity, a Turning Point's board member, a youth sports coach and mentor, and having opened his home to become the forever family to a child unable to remain with his parents. Charles is truly a driving force, improving the lives of everyone around him, including mine. On behalf of our team, our clients, and their families, congratulations, Charles, my friend, for being a champion of mental health care and a champion in our community.
I'm not a man of many words, so I won't be long. I'm grateful and blessed. I believe you end up where you're supposed to be. And the work that we all do is very important to Manatee County, and I'm a product of Manatee County. So waking up every morning and being able to deliver care that changes people's lives is very important. And we all do it for Manatee County. And that's what's important, that we continue to work together and continue to move Manatee County forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charles. Our next category is the nurse category, designed to honor a nurse or a nurse practitioner. We've all met them, those amazing individuals who are entrusted to care for us and our loved ones. What distinguishes all of the nominees in this category is the extra work and compassion that they deliver outside of their job description. Please help me this morning in congratulating Lisa Endek with Trilogy Home Health, our 2023 Champion of Healthcare. We asked Jonathan Marsh, the owner of Home Helpers Home Care of Bradenton, to say a few words about Linda.
Selfless, empathetic, altruistic. These are words I would use to describe Lisa Endick. But I could also describe her with one simple question: how can I help? I met Lisa during the pandemic and quickly learned that she is passionate about the idea of helping others, especially seniors. Though there are many that share the same passion, there is one thing that always stood out to me about her. Lisa prefers to work her magic behind the scenes. She's oftentimes the mastermind, pulling the strings, orchestrating acts of kindness without seeking the spotlight. As a matter of fact, she prefers to stay as far away from the spotlight as possible. She's like the Batman or Batwoman of the healthcare community, silently making a difference while the rest of us are left wondering, how would we have done it without her? And speaking of making a difference, I remember hearing Lisa say on multiple occasions, if I affect the life of one person at this event, I've made a difference. Well, Lisa, I hate to break it to you, but you've affected more lives than a kitten video on the internet. You've affected a whole bunch of us, and we're grateful for your superpowers of compassion and dedication. Now, Lisa has been working as a nurse in Manatee County since the ancient times of 1992. But let's not overlook her impressive resume of volunteer involvement. Seriously, it's longer than a line at a Black Friday sale. I mean, the list goes on and on. A few examples are the Manatee County Falls Prevention Coalition, the Manatee Senior Advocacy Council, the Dementia Care and Cure Initiative here in Manatee County, the Suncoast Aging Network, the Community Resource Council, a lymphedema support group, just to name a few. It's like she's collecting stamps and some kind of do-gooder passport. But Lisa doesn't just stop at helping seniors. Oh no, she's also a resource for her peers. Many in the industry, including me, will tell you that we have shined the bat signal to the sky, and Lisa has come to our rescue at some point. She's always ready to lend a helping hand or offer a comforting word. Now, she'll certainly sell herself short, not realizing that some of the little things that she does are actually big things for many others. In the end, it's Lisa's selfless spirit that made me say, now this is truly the kind of person who deserves this award. She's the unsung hero, the ninja of kindness, and the secret weapon of compassion. This healthcare community absolutely adores you, Lisa. Now it's time to step into the spotlight just this once, accept this well-deserved award, and grace us with a few words of wisdom. Congratulations, Lisa Endick. You're a real-life superhero.
Thank you. It's actually very humbling to get any recognition because I look around the room at people I know that I feel are so much more deserving. I'd like to acknowledge all the nominees because it takes everybody to make a difference, and all the nurses in the community. Those really are the true healthcare heroes. I've actually just been very lucky. I've worked for employers that really felt giving back and community participation were important and were truly a return on their investment. You know, you always hear, what's the return on the investment? They let me explore my passions and join committees that I felt very passionate about. So thank you, Trilogy Home Health and other past employees that allowed that. And then to just my mentors, the Summer in the Room, and community partners, none of these things that they say that sound so nice about me, I'm really not that nice. None of that happens without a whole group of people. And so Manatee County, we are just really lucky. Thank you, because I don't deserve anything by myself. So thank you very much. Now don't trip down the steps.
Thank you, Lisa. Our next category is the physician and dentist category. The nominations that were submitted list countless hours of service that these medical professionals give in our community. Many stood out for their compassion, their willingness to help patients and to serve our community in ways that go far beyond their own practices. We're very pleased this morning to congratulate Dr. Teresa Raw with True Partners. We asked Ernie Withers to share with us a little bit of how Dr. Ra has given back in addition to her excellent patient care. The video.
Good morning. I'm so honored to share a few thoughts about Dr. Teresa Ra. I'm incredibly excited that she's this year's Champion Healthcare Award winner in the physician category. Dr. Ra is a leader and mentor in the healthcare community, and her passion for helping others is truly remarkable. Through her tireless efforts and unwavering dedication to her patients, she has made a significant impact on the lives of countless individuals and their families. In addition to her exceptional patient care, Dr. Ra is also a dedicated mentor who is committed to helping others grow in their careers. She has a passion for sharing her knowledge and expertise with those around her. She takes great pride in helping others achieve their goals and stands out for her one-on-one mentoring sessions, group training sessions, and professional development workshops. Dr. Ra always goes above and beyond to ensure that her mentees have the support and guidance they need to succeed. She has been involved in a wide range of community outreach programs and initiatives, all of which are focused on improving the health and well-being of those in need. From volunteering at local health clinics and hospitals to participating in fundraising events for charitable organizations. Dr. Ra has made it her mission to give back to her community and make a positive impact on the lives of others. Congratulations, T. I am so proud to call you my friend.
I didn't know speeches were in order for this, so sorry for not having anything prepared. And thanks to John Horn and Amanda, my family, my mom and my dad and close friends are able to witness this. So I'm kind of glad I won so I didn't have to embarrass them. But I've been very blessed to be a part of Manatee Memorial Hospital for the past 23 years, serving their emergency department. And although Manatee Memorial was only a county hospital for a very short period of time, they've remained the safety net hospital for the community. And that's afforded me the opportunity to be encouraged to participate in things like the Alternative Opioid Program, working with Centerstone, our young, healthy teens, and many, many of you in this room to make Manatee County a better place. So I'm grateful and honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ra. Our next category is the Individual of Merit category. Through this award, we honor an individual who may or may not be a healthcare professional whose service as a board member or a volunteer, a philanthropist, elected official, community leader, or government leader goes beyond his or her day job to improve and support healthcare in Manatee County. This morning, please help me in honoring Larry Liu with the Manatee EMS 2023 award winner. We're going to hear from Jimmy Crutchfield with Manatee County EMS as Larry makes his way up to the stage.
Today, we honor a public servant, acknowledging his personal achievements and the enduring legacy he has established. This legacy is characterized by innovation, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to surpass expectations. Over the past decade, I have had the privilege of witnessing an incredible impact he has made. His contributions have not only directly saved lives, but have also inspired others to reach new heights in their careers. Retired Assistant Chief Larry Liu's list of accomplishments is nothing short of remarkable and extends far beyond the achievements listed on his resume. Notably, he spearheaded the creation of Manatee County Search and Rescue's K-9 program, an initiative that revolutionized search and rescue operations in our county. Under his leadership, this program became a shining example of collaboration and innovation. Larry has been instrumental in paving the way for our agency to be on the cutting edge of medical delivery. He tirelessly championed the adoption of new technologies, protocols, and best practices that have revolutionized the way we provide healthcare in our community. His unwavering dedication to his profession and his genuine compassion for those in need has touched the lives of countless individuals. Whether providing life-saving interventions in the field or mentoring and inspiring future generations of healthcare professionals, Larry has consistently exceeded the call of duty for the past 45 years. Retired Assistant Chief Larry Liu, it is with great pleasure and deep admiration that I present you with the Individual of Merit Award.
Congratulations, Larry, on winning the Manatee Chamber's Individual of Merit Award. After 45 years of working in public safety, you deserve this award. I've known Larry for a while now and was even lucky to call him a colleague for a short time. When I think of the word public servant, Larry Liu comes to mind. I have never met anyone so passionate about healthcare and being so dedicated to serving their community. Not only does he embody the personal character traits of an outstanding leader, but he has saved the lives of numerous residents and visitors to Manatee County. Larry also played a vital role in Manatee County's COVID-19 response. He continued to risk his life, health, and safety by serving on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. Larry dedicated over half of his life to the service and growth of Manatee County EMS, and I can't wait to see what he does next in his retirement. Larry, without a doubt, you'll be remembered as one of the greatest public servants in the history of Manatee County.
Your remarkable journey has left an indelible mark on our community.
Congratulations, Larry, on this well-deserved recognition.
Well, for starters, I'm very humbled to be up here with you all. I've been to this many times supporting the healthcare of Manatee County. I want to thank the Chamber for putting this on. I want to thank the judges for selecting, because as I stand up here next to two other nominees that are both doctors in the healthcare world, I'm just a paramedic. That's all. Trying to help everybody and make things better. So I won't hold you all up any longer. I just want to say thank you for this.
Thank you, Larry. Just a paramedic. Yeah. The humility of the people that we see on this stage always gets to me. It's amazing. Anyway, sorry, moving on. To present our next award, I'd like to ask Matthew Tierney, the local market leader, and Tina James, Senior Corporate Social Responsibility Integrator with Florida Blue, to join me on stage. Thanks. Matthew and Tina, thank you to Florida Blue for its leadership level of sponsorship for the Champions of Healthcare Awards. Give the mic over to you. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Good morning. My name is Matt Tierney, Market Leader for Florida Blue's West Region.
And I'm Tina James, the Senior Manager of Corporate Social Responsibility.
It is an honor for Florida Blue and our entire team to be involved in the Manatee Chamber's Champions of Healthcare Awards again this year. As chair of the March of Dimes board, I look forward to seeing some of you at our annual golf tournament in Lakewood Ranch at the IMG Academy. I hope to see a few familiar faces in October. I can't think of a better cause than helping support babies in the NICU. And that's what that event, all the funding goes towards. You know, babies are our future, youth are our future.
At Florida Blue, we truly understand that youth are our future, and our involvement and the interest of this helps shapes our leaders of tomorrow. Florida Blue volunteers generously contribute talent, expertise, and resources to support worthy causes and help make a difference in our communities. Our employees on average report over 60,000 volunteer hours annually. Our mission is to help people and communities achieve better health. And we know this can only be achieved by providing solutions to healthcare, but also volunteering and supporting our communities where we all work, live, and play. As you know, the award format was already decided, and the Chamber announced the winner of our Youth Volunteer Award when the finalists and 7 other categories were announced. It's especially rewarding for us to sponsor the Youth Volunteer Award and this scholarship. The future of our community belongs to the bright and talented youth of Manatee County, And I know that my colleagues and our table guests also agree. So I did a little research on our honoree, and her name actually means Heroine of God. It is also Italian. It's the Italian feminine version of the word or the name Gabriel. I hope by now you've learned a little bit more about our most talented Gabriella. Gabriella Cortez Alban is the Volunteer of the Year for the Healthy Teens program, and she's also the 2023 Champions of Healthcare Youth Volunteer Award winner. Please help me in congratulating Gabby.
Before we bring Gabby up on stage, let's watch this video with friends from Healthy Teens who will share a little bit more about how Gabby is a leader among her peers in ways that are impacting teen health in our region.
Gabriella Cortez Alban is truly one of a kind. She's the kind of person you meet and you never forget. She has an incredible ability to illuminate and inspire others around her and maintain constant kindness and integrity. Gabriella approaches life with great purpose and intention. She is known as wise and mature well beyond her years, passionately dedicated to bettering the lives of her fellow youth. She can relate to people from diverse backgrounds and is a powerful spokesperson and advocate for youth who are less fortunate than she is.
In December of 2020, Gabriella joined Healthy Teens as a teen health educator during her sophomore year at State College of Florida Collegiate School. After a rigorous training program, Gabriella committed herself to providing peer education and mentoring to at-risk youth in Manatee County. This included tackling difficult but critical topics such as mental health, trauma, substance abuse, sexually transmitted illnesses, teen dating violence, and other health issues affecting them.
Aged just 15 years old, Gabby started serving at the Family Resources Safe Place to Be Youth Shelter in Bradenton, providing critical health education and support to some of our community's most vulnerable youth. Students are drawn to her and will openly share with her. Gabby was the catalyst behind Healthy Teens expanding our work at the shelter, eventually leading our summer program there as a paid intern.
Gabriella is a leader among her fellow teen health educators, drawing them out of her comfort zone and building their confidence. She repeatedly goes above and beyond what is expected. She has represented Healthy Teens at multiple community and fundraising events and impresses our community partners and sponsors with her knowledge, confidence, and professionalism.
In 2022, aged just 16, Gabriella was recognized as the Young Spirit of Philanthropy by the Manatee Community Foundation. As a result, she was invited to join MCF's Grants Committee and then asked to close the 2023 Spirit of Philanthropy Awards with the final speech of the night.
Gabby has achieved over 225 volunteer hours through Healthy Teens alone, plus working with other organizations across Manatee County. In addition to those already mentioned, a few examples include
serving as a select member of Healthy Teens' inaugural Trauma Leadership Corps, assisting local youth with coping with trauma and related stress, anxiety, and depression,
leading trauma-informed training with staff at the Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County,
being selected to help pilot a new mental health program with Palmetto High School students,
and winning 2 awards from Drug Free Manatee for her efforts to educate students about the risks of substance abuse as part of her school's Youth in Action Club.
Gabriella is brilliant, committed, and personable. The impact she has made on the health and well-being of our local youth and their families at such a young age has been remarkable, and she represents a promising future for our teens and our community. Congratulations, Gabby!
Thank you so much. Where are we looking? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think we're looking there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so I think that everybody that knows me well knows that I love my community so much. So this might be a little long, I'm sorry. But so much that my senior year was filled with the opportunity to be recognized for my love for community service. But I can't think of a better honor, of a better privilege than ending this chapter of my life with the Healthcare Awards, because the first time that I was introduced to our community was through healthcare, and I fell in love. It was when I would walk into Blake and see the kind retired volunteers with a smile on their face, wanting to help people find the rooms of their loved ones. It was when I would walk into the hospital when I was 4, so excited when my dad was on call so that I could see how hardworking those people were of sacrificing their weekends, of sacrificing their holidays to be able to serve the patients in front of them. It was when I would see people at the nursing home say, I want to give these people a little bit of holiday cheer. Let's do something special. And I would go with my mom and her fellow musicians to sing Christmas carols and bring a smile to their face. It was when I'd be at the hospital cafeteria talking to the custodial staff, and they said that their job was very hard, but that they did it with such pride because they knew that it was so important. And most of all, it was through the most inspirational person in healthcare that I know, Dr. Cortez, who never fails to put his patients' needs before his own interest, before his own time, and before his wallet. Leading by example, showing that a lot of people really need help navigating this healthcare system, often not knowing English, and that we can offer an aid to them. It's the heart of these people that ignited a curiosity in me, a curiosity to sit in that waiting room of the practice and say, oh, hi, I'm so happy to see you here. Would you like some cafecito? And then go in the back room, make them some coffee and sit down and talk to them and listen to their stories and know that every single one of those patients is facing a battle of their own and that what happens in that consult room could change their life. And it's such a humane feeling of sitting and listening to these people's stories, but most of all, when they can come back and say, I'm so grateful because what happened in that room just changed my life. And that's something so powerful. It's so beautiful that a human being can have the power to do something that good. And while I'm not going to study medicine, that's the power that pushed me to be involved with Healthy Teens, to reach those marginalized communities, to provide that information to maybe put one of my peers on a better path for success. And it's an incredible feeling that makes me so happy to do what I do. However, as said in the Spider-Man movie, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think everyone in this room that has chosen this field, whether it be medical, philanthropic, or public, we don't have normal jobs. You don't just work a 9 to 5 to get a salary and call it an end of the day. Really, the lives of these people in our community are in our hands. It's up to us of what we choose to do with that. And so while I love this community so much, I can't be blinded that there's so much work that we still need to do. There's people who avoid their medical appointments because maybe their insurance won't cover it or because they don't have insurance at all. Maybe the healthcare system stresses them and confuses them and they don't have anybody to help them navigate it. Perhaps it's a very young person that didn't have the necessary education on mental health, substance abuse, or teen pregnancy, and they don't know what resources to go to. Or maybe the healthcare system failed them before and they're too scared to trust in it again. And I know that everybody in this room is working very hard. If we weren't, we wouldn't be having these awards. But there's always more that we can do to bridge that gap, that we need to do to bridge that gap. And we're capable of it. I mean, look at all the amazing things that everybody in this room has accomplished. So I urge you all to keep coming up with these ideas to bridge these gaps, to make our communities better. Be creative, be innovative, but most importantly, be passionate. Because when you're passionate, that's when we can create change. So let's have the heart of those volunteers at Blake who have a smile and just want to help someone get through a hard time. Let's have the heart of those hardworking healthcare professionals who give up their time for the need of their patients. Let's have the heart of those people who just want to bring a smile to the face of someone that could be sad and lonely. Let's have the heart of those people that have the jobs that don't always get the recognition that they deserve, but do it with such pride because they know that it's important. Let's have the heart of those teens who seem like maybe they can't do much, but really with their passion are starting whole new movements to create a better tomorrow. Let's have the heart of those physicians who see the patient in front of them, not as numbers, but as human beings, so that they can feel that there's someone who truly cares about their well-being. And by having this heart, I know everyone in this community will feel the same love that we do. Thank you, and continue to be healthcare champions.
you see those shoes? Thank you, Gabby, for that very inspirational talk. Appreciate it. Now we have our final award this morning. I'd like to ask Doris Davila with Regions Bank to return to the podium. Regions Bank stepped forward at the very beginning of our planning more than 9 years ago for this Champions of Healthcare program as our presenting sponsor, and they committed again this year to our top-level sponsorship. So thank you very much, Doris. And thank you to Regions Bank for your outstanding support and for making the Champions of Healthcare Awards such a success. Come on up and say it.
Thank you, Matt. On behalf of Regions Bank, I'm so pleased to be here this morning to celebrate so many champions, and we appreciate all you do. The Manatee Chambers of Champions of Healthcare Awards help raise the level of awareness of the amazingly positive achievements happening in our healthcare community. Regions Bank is so proud to have been the leading sponsor since the inception 9 years ago. I applaud all the nominees, finalists, and winners. I know it was a very difficult task for this year's judges because we all have so many people in organizations dedicated to the health and well-being of our community. Regions Bank is a strong advocate of Manatee County's healthcare community. We have a longtime presence in Manatee that dates back to 1990s. And since then, we have been partnering with local healthcare organizations, educational programs, and societies. We are also very proud of the relationship that we have established with our local healthcare professionals and practices. At Regions, we look forward to many more years of partnership with Manatee County's healthcare community. I have the privilege of introducing you to the 2023 Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, Dr. Bill Colgate with MCR Health and All Care Options. As we bring Dr. Colgate forward to accept this award, let's hear from Dr. Jennifer Bensi with Florida Department of Health, who will share a little bit more of Dr. Colgate.
Dr. Bill Colgate has over 35 years of experience in the medical field. He trained and practiced as an emergency room physician before his current role as Senior Director of Community Affairs at MCR Health, one of the largest federally qualified health centers in the country. Dr. Colgate is the liaison to the many partners in Manatee County who collaborate with MCR on a variety of health initiatives. For example, Dr. Colgate is a member of the Manatee Chambers Board of Directors, and he was a founding member of its healthcare committee. His medical knowledge and expertise assist with policy recommendations and clarifications regarding health matters in the community. Dr. Colgate served a 3-year term as Manatee Healthcare Alliance Chair, as well as an ongoing board member. He has been an active participant in the monthly meetings since its origin in 2010. He championed the Alliance through a community health assessment and community health improvement plan, known as a CHAW and CHIP to those of us in the healthcare community. In addition, he has been a champion and critical partner in our community's work to battle the fentanyl crisis. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Colgate represented MCR on the numerous daily conference calls for the planning and implementation of the various stages of response. He provided vital input regarding messaging and infection control. MCR was a key provider of vaccinations at their many locations throughout the county. Dr. Colgate was a member of the Manatee County School District Health Committee during the pandemic as decisions were made regarding social distancing and return to school protocols. Even before the pandemic, Bill was instrumental in bringing health services to students and families on campuses of the Community Partners schools. Whenever I need MCR to become involved in a healthcare initiative in the community, I call Dr. Colgate. From serving as a passionate member of the Community Paramedicine Advisory Board to speaking at a recent press conference announcing the Coordinated Opioid Recovery Program in the county, Dr. Colgate is always there to convey the importance of innovation when addressing the healthcare gaps in our community. With Bill's guidance, we continue to find groundbreaking solutions. Even before coming to Manatee County in 2009, I had heard wonderful reviews about Dr. Colgate through my involvement with the Florida Hospital Association and the Emergency Medicine Learning and Resource Center, organizations dedicated to advancing medical and emergency care through advocacy and education. Bill was recognized for his contributions to disaster response efforts in Florida's healthcare system after the events of September 11, 2001. I hope that my comments this morning give you a sense of the breadth of his work and why Dr. Colgate is so deserving of this Pillar Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations, Bill.
Thank you. What an incredible career and personal commitment. Dr. Colgate, our community is so grateful for your immeasurable achievements and generosity. We are so proud to honor you with this year's Champions of Healthcare Lifetime Achievement Award. We can't wait to see how your leadership and impact will continue to make a difference in our community to many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I tear up a lot now. I worked 23 years in the ER and never shed a tear. You can't let the staff or a family member or a patient see you emotional. So, but for the last 11 years not working in the ER, I cry like a baby. I've regressed. I'm honored and humbled, obviously, as all the award winners are. But I showed up prepared for the tears. No handkerchief for me. I'm a man of humble means. Bounty paper towel for my kitchen. Oh, yeah, I'm armed and ready. This is important. I am just going to be the keeper of this award. You are all the recipients. You know, the old proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to improve and mature healthcare. And what I've seen go on in Manatee County during my time here, I had a mentor teach me communication, coordination, collaboration. I've seen that in action, and we've made a lot of progress. So you ought to be proud. Remember, you're the recipients, you, your team, those that you collaborate with. I'm just the keeper. So thank you. And that's not just healthcare related businesses. because to look out for the health, wellness, and happiness of our citizens, that's every business. That's all of us. That's not just healthcare related entities. Let's see. I'll be a little more verbose than others. So a couple of thank yous. I mean, I could thank 200 people, but we'd be here till noon because I've had a lot of people guide me along the way. But MCR Health, hands up. We got 3 tables, I think. And Dr. Price, our CEO, the Manatee County Department of Health, Dr. Bensi, she was, that was incredible. I heard a great public speaker one time say that intro, only my mom would believe my dad would use it as fertilizer. And her entire team, and she mentioned the Manatee Healthcare Alliance, which is a collaboration of more people than you can count. But her staff sort of anchors it. And that makes a huge difference in our community. You have no idea what kind of work goes on there and behind the scenes. And then, of course, the Manatee Chamber of Commerce, Jackie Dzelski, the entire staff. They are they're superstars. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the late, great Bob Bartz, because he, and this is a leadership lesson, he had foresight. He had a succession plan. And Jackie was in the on-deck circle, or Jeffco, tip of the pirate's hat for having mentored Jackie, had a succession plan. Although we miss him greatly, we didn't skip a beat. And that's a leadership lesson. You gotta be prepared. And he was preparing for retirement, then he had an untimely passing. So I'd like to speak briefly about leadership and mentorship, if that's okay. Those are my passions. There are much more esteemed leaders in this room than myself. But there's also a lot of young and aspiring leaders. So I thought I would touch on this real quickly. Of course, they're just my thoughts. Take it for what it's worth. I've never had a job. I've never had a job. I wake up every day and chase my passion. That's not a job. If you don't wake up chasing your passion, get another one. So my leadership formula is simple. Wake up every day and endeavor to do the right thing. Do the right thing. Work hard. There's no substitute for work ethic. And be kind. Geez, be kind to people and be consistent with those behaviors. Don't confuse being kind with, you won't have to make difficult decisions. Leaders have to make difficult decisions. That's just part of the deal. Remember, if you don't take anything else away, the young leaders, leadership is not a burden, it's a privilege. Leadership is a privilege. And that's exactly how it should be. And you have to execute those things with consistency. So briefly on mentorship, then I'll get out of here. I'll start with a great quote from Erwin Ramirez. I Googled him and couldn't even find out what his background was, but And I believe it accurately describes the impact of leading by example and mentoring. I learned almost all of my mentoring wasn't through direct tutorialship. I don't know if that's even a word. And it's from observing and listening to good leaders. And that's why it's important that you are consistent in your behaviors on a daily basis, not on an as needed basis. So here's the quote. People who have the greatest influence in our lives rarely understand the power of their words to shape who we become. They never fully understand that what informs us forms us. Words spoken into a soul are like the hands of a potter pressed against wet clay. So, something else about mentorship, gratitude. Live your life every day with gratitude. Thank people, tell them, you appreciate all they do every day. It's not that complicated. And go out of your way to do it. The consistency, again, as I already mentioned, is the key. My college wrestling coach, Mike Denny, probably the second most decorated collegiate wrestling coach ever, sends about 100 of his ex-wrestlers some bullet points every single morning at 6:45, which is 5:45 his time. And he's 75 and just retired. Lauren Hickson gets those messages every day from me, and then he shares it with another 40 people. It gets kind of a wave effect. And this is his quote. And I just got it this week, by the way. Greatness is not a measure of how great you are, but how great others came to be because of you. Now I'll wrap it up. In closing, thank you for attending this great event. I hope you and your families are well. Thank you again for you, your team, and all those you collaborate with that make this a great community for healthcare. How great is this event? Thank you, chamber staff, by the way. They pull this off flawlessly every time. In the words of a 1970s presidential press secretary, Jody Powell, before every press conference, when the president went out, he would say, "Remember, Mr. President, be brief, be clear, be gone." Thank you for your kindness. Please enjoy a beautiful day and hug your loved ones.
That okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Colgate. What a fantastic celebration this morning. I know I'm going to leave humbled by the knowledge that we live in a community where people, businesses, and institutions work tirelessly for the good of all. Manatee County is a place where people are dedicated to making a difference in healthcare. And I can't think of anything more important to our quality of life than healthcare, that of our family, that of our neighbors. Thanks once again to our sponsors. I hope you all will take the time to patronize their businesses and let them know that you appreciate their generosity in supporting the Chamber's Champions of Healthcare Awards. And again, for all of our nominees and our finalists, we have a beautiful certificate for you to take with you this morning to display proudly for all of your efforts to improve the health of our community. I ask that all finalists and winners please come to the stage immediately after we adjourn. We're going to take some photos and provide you with your certificates. That's all finalists, all winners. Please make your way to the stage. A huge thank you, as Dr. Colgate said, to the Chamber staff, the Chamber Healthcare Committee for their work in putting on such a spectacular event. Finally, thank you. Thank you for attending. We appreciate your support. We look forward to seeing you at next year's Champions of Healthcare Awards. Thank you.